Gets into it. Marciano pulling his way in close.
When famed boxer Rocky Marciano ruled the ring in the early 1950s,
Rocky Marciano by a knockout.
Rockey Vaccarella wasn't even born yet.
His mother and father loved Rocky Marciano, the boxer. So that is where his name, came from.
When Hurricane Katrina's storm surge devastated St. Bernard Parish, Vaccarella proved he was a fighter too.
Now you're using your head.
Some of his Katrina ordeal was captured on videotape. He and his son stranded on the roof of their home. Months later, the victim-turned activist teamed up with film producer Steve Scafidi. They went on to document an historic trip to Washington.
Do you think you need luck? Are you going to meet with the president?
Pulling a FEMA trailer just like the one the Vaccarellas called home after the storm.
We swam to my boat.
His determination coaxed the leader of the free world into an Oval Office meeting.
I understand that there's people down there that still need help.
Now, 5 years later,
I didn't take a FEMA trailer to see Bush.
Vaccarella has a tough time remembering any of it.
No.
You don't remember that?
I didn't take one.
He's confused about things. But he's come a long way since this first happened till now.
What happened to Vaccarella is still somewhat of a mystery. His wife says the last time she remembers him being well was more than 3 months ago when he was working outside here at their Muro home, the same home that flooded to the roof during Katrina.
Right before Rocky got sick, he was actually doing our garden and a pond with a garden, and sometimes I kind of think that played a part in maybe why he, got sick.
In May, doctors diagnosed him with encephalitis, an acute inflammation of the brain.
I got a beautiful chair here.
He's almost childlike as he shows us around the hospital room he's been in since May 14th.
It infected his brain and caused swelling and bleeding in his brain. And now, unfortunately, at this time, he has been left with some damage that we have to deal with.
And it's damage that's significant, obviously.
Yes, it is very significant.
What's different?
Well, Rocky at the moment doesn't have like short-term memory. And his long-term memory's there, but it's kind of confused.
A day before he was diagnosed, Vaccarella was pulled over by a state trooper for improper lane usage and arrested for DWI. By the time his wife Carolyn posted his bond the next night, she says he had to be carried out.
At first, he couldn't walk, talk, feed himself. He couldn't brush his teeth, use the bathroom on his own. He couldn't do any of that on his own. And he just slowly started progressing and doing all this, on his own now.
And I think if there's one person in America today, and I'm not overstating this, that stands for the little man and the little man's voice being heard, it's Rockey Vaccarella.
Steve Scafidi has become close to Vaccarella. Scafidi remembers how his friend wouldn't give up the quest to see the president and the excitement they felt when the Oval Office meeting was announced.
The trailer was parked in front of the Capitol, but we took the car to the White House. And we're running down the street. You don't want to be late for that meeting, of all meetings.
Scafidi tried to pull Vaccarella's memories forward.
Okay, Rock, remember when you and me towed that trailer to the White House?
Yeah, I remember that.
All right, talk about that time. Me and you towing that trailer to go see Bush, remember that?
But the illness caused the stories of Katrina to turn into make-believe.
And I was living next to a gentleman that played basketball for New Orleans, and the hurricane hit.
Moments later, though, shades of the real Rockey Vaccarella, the activist, came bursting through.
I said, Mr. President, don't forget us. The job's not done. There's still a lot of people out there that need help, and there's a lot of stuff going on.
To me, they seem pretty, hopeful. They sound pretty, positive that, yeah, he's going to do well from this. It's going to take time, but he's going to come back. He's going to bounce back and be my old Rocky again.
4 years ago, I didn't even know who Rocky was until that meeting in the coffee shop. And that's a great guy. It's all about, if you believe in yourself. Rocky Balboa, this is Rocky Balboa. in real life.
Even with the confusion of the illness, his simple message remains the same.
I just want everybody to help everybody and everybody get along in life. That's really what I've done. Is that good enough?
That's good enough. But friends and family can't wait until the fighter returns.
I miss you and I love you, brother. Okay. You be good.